On Black, yes, the school year is upon us. The brand new school year, good or bad, depending on how you look at it, right? Let's set up your child for a successful school year. With us right now, the very lovely Sylvia Corzato from Success in Steps.
Hi, Dylan.
Good to have you on the show one more time.
Thank you for having me back.
I can't tell if you're happy or upset that your kids are back in school.
Both.
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 It's got to be, it's kind of that feeling, right? It's like you got a little bit of a broken heart, but at the same time you're like,
yeah, back into routine. Like the break is good, but to have that scheduled routine, they get to learn, they get to socialize with their friends, they get to grow a lot of opportunities. And my kids went back yesterday, so
yeah.
I already put all those strategies that I'm going to be talking about in place.
You've got lots of strategies. You're a parent consultant, child behavior specialist. You've been on the show before, giving us some amazing tips. You have some workshops as well. We'll get to that coming up in moments. But how do we make sure to implement a successful school year ahead?
So, school, right? Kids hear the word school, they have either a yay, I'm so excited to go back, or ugh, I don't want to go back to school.
Yeah.
So we have to look at what are the key things that are going to motivate them to go to school and to see how we can set them up for success. So a lot of children get a lot of anxiety when they go to school, and those anxieties can present themselves as being scared, don't want to go, a lot of behavior challenge to go with it as well, a lot of non-compliance in the home. So setting them up with success by talking about what the expectations are, talking to them about, who their teacher may be or who's going to be in their class and what they can expect. So expectations are, when they're clear, can help them to make those steps to school a lot better.
Okay. What are the biggest things that children would have anxiety over?
Not knowing who their teacher is.
Yeah.
Not knowing if their classmates, their favorite friends are going to be in their class with them. Not knowing, what the day is going to present, or what classroom they're going to be in. It's the small things. For some kids, it can be the smallest little thing. Taking the bus in the morning, getting off the bus, recess, who they're going to play with. There's so many different things for children. So having those conversations with the kids. So the way I like to explain it a lot of the time is a mother that's taking a mat leave, right? Having a child and then taking some time off. So even though we know that we're going back to our position, and we've done that work for so long, so just like kids, they go back to school every single year in September, the expectations or the unknowns is what makes us a little bit nervous at the very beginning.
Okay, so how can we identify anxiety? Because kids sometimes can act a little funny or just outside of their normal character, and you just wonder maybe they're just being kids, but maybe they are quite anxious. How do you spot it?
So you look at the patterns. You look and see what's changing close leading up to school, and also once school has started, you look to see how your child's behavior has changed. Something that's very common when kids are first starting school is that they're fine throughout the day, but as soon as they come home, the tears start coming out. Behavioral challenges, they're screaming or whatever the case may be. It's because they're comfortable in their own home. So the whole day at school, they're holding everything in. They're trying to make sure that they're, in their best behavior, or that they're not going to show anyone that they're feeling nervous, and they come home and they let loose. So what's really important, even if you can before school starts, so we still have some time for the English board, is talking to your kids one-on-one as opposed to a big conversation, and ask them, what are you looking forward to? What's your favorite part about school? Who are you excited to see at school? Can you guess who your teacher is? Just having very calm conversations like that can bring down the ease and the anxiety. Going for a walk and looking at the school itself, just taking a bike ride around, also just helps them to transition back into school. And then when kids do go to school and come home, asking specific questions as opposed to saying, how was your day at school? You're normally going to get it was fine, or good, it's okay. Anything interesting? No. Yeah. Whereas if you ask specific questions, who's your teacher? What did you guys do at recess today? Who did you play with at recess? You can pick up on where the difficulties or the challenges are. So if your child, you say, how was recess? And they're like, good, or who did you play with? I played with no one. Then you can pick up at that and continue on the conversation.
So it's very important, obviously, to have some coping strategies.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, sure.
Some coping strategies that kids can do is drawing is a really good one for young ones in elementary school, or kids that like to write, journaling as well. So coming home and just drawing a picture, having some downtime and playing with Lego. having conversations, deep breathings, or little yoga exercises that you can do with your kids as well.
Okay, we have about a minute left. I just want to find out more about your workshops as well and what you're offering.
So I'm going to be doing a 4-part series workshop. It's going to be virtual through Zoom. It's going to be at the end of September. All the information for that is going to be posted next week on my Facebook page, on Success in Steps Facebook page. Basically, it's going to be looking at the challenges that parents face and looking at the triggers and strategies to implement to overcome those. Pretty
important stuff.
Very important.
You know, and from you speaking too, it almost sounds like dealing with a child sometimes isn't that far off from dealing with, say, a partner or an adult friend in your life. You know, sometimes you got to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, you have to always look at the root cause, the triggers, and see what's maintaining them, and seeing how you can implement some strategies in order to put them into the right step to go into Success in Steps.
All right. Find Sylvia Corzato online, successinsteps.ca, or of course your Facebook page.
Thank you very much.
To check out that workshop, Focused Parenting Workshop. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We've got more Daytime coming up in moments.